Hi, welcome to the sixth video of this series. On this video, I'm going to explain the message set. So what is message set? Message set is a container for grouping a message and associate message resource. Support various domains such as MRM, XML, blob, and each message domain supports various message format like XML, wire, and custom wire format. And also this is the old way, I will say. Right now we have a message model. We will explain it when it time comes, but right now just say this. Also we could say there's a like physical representation of our message. So messages is the old way. Just remember as a container, and is a description of document, a description of my message set. We will see like physically. So how you want to bring the message set? If you want to create a message set, just click and say new and go to option that say other, or just say Control N and type message. Come to say message set. The first one is the name. You just pick any name. I will pick message set, and this is the location. Whenever any location you want to save it, you could take it out and put the location you want it, but I will keep it as a default. And we come to a next. On a next, we have a different type of message format, either XML, we have web service, so we have binary, text data, ME, and data for web sphere adapter, and data record and Corba. So anything you pick, the option, let's say I pick XML, this option is because it's XML that become like disactive because we already pick. You could pick many of this one, but I don't want to pick like mix of that. I just want to pick. But if you pick, let's say I pick the soap, the soap would be this active. So it just depend what you pick. That will be this active, the rest will be active, like it is active to choose it. So say next, they give you a little bit information and finish, and this page would come up with that say they give you some information, you could read it. So we have right now message set, and it's the same thing. The option which is XML and C would be disactive because we already pick it. You could pick the rest of, but we don't want it. Close that one and come back to message set, click on it and say new, and this time we go to the message set definition. You pick that one, message set definition file, and click and name it anything. I will say message set definition. You could give it definition if I okay, message set definition, and finish. There's a prefix you could give it as a XTD. You could learn about that, the schema prefix, and you could also give the namespace if you want. Use that one, and you could provide any namespace if you like to, and you could provide a namespace URL right here, but we don't want it to add it right now, and say finish. Now we create message set, and we want to define it right now what type of message set we want to, but I want a message set of this one. You see this XML file. I want a message set that has the root tag is person, the person and gender is a female, first name is Hannah, last name is Smith. And if you pay attention, this is like a simple tag, and this is the complex tag, because it's a person. Inside a person is address, is like this is child. On a child there's a like, and for the address this is like a child for the address. This is like complex type of tag we have it. So we gonna create two types. One is a simple tag, like the person has a child, then address has a child tag. Like if you get it ranking, there's a first ranking, lower ranking, and become lower rank and become. So how should we create such format? So if you want to create such format, we come back to definition. Let's put it out side by side. We will see it. So you see right here, display that one, and the display be right here, because that way we not forgot it. On a message, we click on message. I say add message. We give them name, whatever name we want. Say just put person, and is a complex type, because complex type is a give them when it's complex type, if tag has another tag, that's what is a complex mean. And we just again we left click and say add local environment, and we gave them whatever other element this tag has, is a gender, first name, and again local environment, first name and last name. And if you look on that side on the type, they give you the type too. You could pick any type. If gender is a number, you could pick the number like an integer, decimal, float, anything. But gender is a character. I pick string, and first name is of course is character. If you come on that side, they're telling you minimum occur and maximum occur. So that means like at least this tag would be repeated one time if you pick a minimum. And also this would say at least that will be maximum repeat one time. If you want to repeat unlimited, you just come to where we and just say -1. That means unlimited time. If you want it optional, like you could put 0 and 0. You could put it optional, like it's not required. Something if it's not required, you could put it optional. But at least we want it repeat one time and unlimited. This tag we want it unlimited, and we want that one also unlimited. It's up to you. You want to make it optional or unlimited. This tag I will put it optional. If you come right here, we have address too, the address, but this address is a complex too. It has a tag inside the tag. So how should we create that? We copy that. We create a local environment. We just give them address, because it's a complex tab. You see, this is a kind of complex. This is, we need to create complex. How we want to create? We need to come to types and click on it and say add complex type. We just give them the option. Now when you click on that, that become our complex. Now we give them the another tag. Say local environment, street, this is the address. Again we click on it, local environment, address. We give them city, local environment, city. We give them zip code, local environment and zip code. So up to right here, this become, so we want to assign it right here, the complex tab. If you want it, you need to click on that and come to more option, and you need to look for the same thing that you gave, complex tab, zip code. Right now if you open it, now it has like that same structure we created right here. And this is also as optional. You want to make it optional or non-optional, is all up to you. Those three is optional, the another is not optional. That means at least, I mean there's unlimited, there's not optional, because it say 1 and 1 at least one time. If it's not, if you want to make it optional, you just make it 0. But if you don't want to make it optional, at least repeat it one time. Let's at least we send this one time. If you and we see it on a real life how that gonna work. Let's close that one and come back. When you close it, they're asking you to save it. I save it. Now if you come right here, this file is under independent resources. So it's the containers under dependent resources. How should we use it on our application? If you want to use it in our application, we just click on it and come to property. We need to give the reference, and property we go to the project reference. After project reference, whatever name you give, I gave the message set, they would appear right here, and click OK. Now the independent resource is gone. It come under the application. It is my flu and is my SQL, which is whatever SQL file is right here, and my message set. You see, is message set. I have it right here right now. This is my message set. See, this is my message. If you open it, same thing, and as address. So and we want to use it right here on a we need to link it, because right now when you just make it bigger, this one, we go to option and pick, because it's XML, we need to pick XML and browse it. The message should be coming right here, and say okay. See, you need to pick your domain, because that was XML. Also the message that we created was XML, that's why we pick XML. Then we gave them the message domain, because all you do it right here, you do like a kind of validation, is validate our message. We usually use this one for the validation reason too, is just describe our message format. So that's why. So we want to use it right here, and we want to validate it, and we use that usually for the validating reason. So we come to a person option, we put it on demand. On demand, I already explained to you. It would hadn't do nothing on it. They will, even there's an issue with it, they will pass through it, but they will, on the message tree, they will show until what point the message is okay. Other than that, they show the error, but that has nothing to do. Let's put it on a complete, and we need to come to validation reason. That's why I said I will explain what is validation. So for that reason, if it's none, that has doing nothing on it, we pick content and value. That's why we pick content and value, because it has a let's minimize. If you come to message set, it has a message if you come right here, because it has a content and value, you see, as a content and value, and it's telling you what type of it is, string, integer. Let's say this is a string. If I put a integer, they will give you the error if I pick this option, the content value, like all that stuff. And the error log would come to even viewer. If I pick that one, this would be shown on the even viewer, on the Windows even viewer, they will show right here. If I pick trace, this will show on there's a folder on a program file, but we need to active that one. They will show the error over there, you will find it up. Exception, they will check all the exception, not all the exception, the first exception that occur, but exception list, they will check all the exception that they occur. Let's use the local error log, and we see the log would be appear on the Windows viewer. Open it, the system, we will see it on this place, custom, not custom, Windows log application, that would appear right here. If anything happen, if there's an issue, they will give the error. Let's leave it until that time they would be ready, and save. Once we save it, we're gonna deploy it. Let's deploy and send the message, because I don't want to write any code to check right here. They right away to validate it right here before it pass, because we give it right here. I'm gonna validate my message in this. No, we don't need to. We could write a code, but not necessary. The validation is happening right here. So it's all is right here. Whatever message we said, they already check it right here. If it's good, they let it go. Otherwise, they give the exception. So let's deploy. It is good to clean it in case there's a. Now let's delete that one too. I hope I get delete. Okay, it's delete. Now deploy it. Deploy, and to my execution group 1 is done, and put a tag on my okay, is on, and it has a also, let's breakpoint to it. Let me bring the message. So I brought a message. You see, this is the message I want to send it. So let's see the result. This tag is also empty, so let's see if that caused issue. It's empty, because I think it caused issue. Let's put a zip code. let's write it, and right away they give me the issue. You see the exception come right away, and you check the exception. What is the exception? You see there's an exception telling me there is a like integer type issue, character data, because there's a no integer. We have everything character, so we can't give the integer, and it is also 3. They will integer type. That's the reason it gave me the exception, and let's fix it. Let's run it again. This time there's a still. Let me give it and check. Now there's a still number. Let's fix that one too. So this time look fine. Let's run that one and see what is the result. Run. This time should be okay, but still there's exception. Let's check the exception. What is it? So that will be learned. Fuller type, integer data type number 5. There was no issue. I just redeploy it. Sometime it is the redeploy it work fine. Let's complete it and send it once again. Just say write and same type message I sent. Nothing changed. Say one and right away it come. If you check property and is a person and gender, first name, last name, that has a like address, and the address complex again is the one street, because all I pick as a string. If you want to pick it as a number, let's change it. We pick it as a number and bring the date. We check the zip code number and number. We need to then send the number. Otherwise, they will give a exception because this is the integer. They are supposed to be character. We put integer. It's all the string. Let's change that one. Complete that and come back. How you want to edit it? Come back to your message definition file and go to your and change it to, because it's a zip code you want to change it to the integer, and building number you change it to integer, and it's mandatory at least one time, because it's mandatory at least one time, and you say save. You redeploy it, because once you redeploy, we need to go to our message and change it. The zip code 11465 and the building number 1234, and save it, close it, put it back on a person, close that. Now send it back. Let's hope it doesn't give any exception. See, it does not give this time exception, and now is a number. Let's we put the not number and let's leave it like a character. So if we send it this time, they will give the exception because it's not character. Because it's a for validation reason we use it. This is like the check is not a number, they give the exception. So we need to write it, but still the number. Let's, for some reason the last time also, let's redeploy it, and we want to clean it and make sure we change it. Okay, zip code is, and let's put this one as well, UU, and that one. Save it. Let's go and send it. Because the last time it came, that was our problem. some reason it doesn't catch. Let's check this time. Yeah, this time they're gonna give exception, but still doesn't give us exception even we pick, but everything come through. Let's check why. The problem was, like, when we brought a change on a complex type, we brought a change on the address, like turn it to integer, but we didn't re-add the complex right here. When I re-add it right here, let's say, then the issue is gone and I redeploy it. So that's why everything was fine. I just, when I add it back and save it and redeploy it, it works back. Let's say with send it, if you check it now, is not integer, they give us the exception. See, now it's come to a failure and there's the exception. And also if you look right here, you will find the exception. Let's make it bigger. You see, integer type exception. The value you see is not integer. They're telling you the UE is not integer. That's why. So that was the reason. So see you in the next video.